What is up, people? I am back with another oil analysis report from Blackstone Laboratories. This sample was from my 2024 KTM 500 EXC-F, and this is the second video in the oil report that I have done. If you want to see the first one, I will put the link in the video description. Alright, so let's scroll down here. We've got our make, model, our oil type and grade. Motor X Cross Power 4T 10W50. This is the oil that the manufacturer recommends for the machine. And the oil use interval was 1,243 miles or 36.1 hours. So that was an increase over the last sample of nearly 300 miles and 7.5 hours runtime. So let's take a look at the notes. Now, something I need to point out real quick is I sent them some notes with this sample, specifying that the bike had been used at a noticeably higher intensity on this sample compared to the first sample. So there was two major factors contributing to that. Number one was that I had just installed my SX1 controller for my Athena Get SX1 ECU, and what that meant is I went out to an off-road area and I was testing the launch control and quick shifter functions. So what I would do was I would take the bike to a complete stop, shift it into first gear, rev it up to the rev limiter, hold it at full throttle, drop the clutch, and then while holding full throttle, I would shift from first to sixth gear using the quick shifter. So I did that probably about 20 or 30 times. And then the second factor was that I had the bike on the dyno. I was testing some output changes with the intake reads in and out and trying some different mufflers or slip-ons. And just looking at those numbers, I had done 30 pulls total on the dyno. So I think those two factors plus some riding that I was doing, that was a pretty significant change over the previous sample. All right, so what they found was copper at a high level, and it's possible harder use is the reason why, but not necessarily. There's also the possibility of copper still showing lingering wear in, which had more time to accumulate than the metal we found last time. Even if copper shows some extra wear, it's not so far beyond the average range we'd label it a concern, more an area to watch. Try another oil, run close to 1,200 miles. If copper is stable or drops, consider it good. The viscosity was a little low again, which is fine. The TBN was plenty strong. Okay, so just to kind of touch on the copper thing real quick, I think in these machines, copper is most likely coming from bearings. That's the most likely source, and in this particular engine, I would say. If anyone's got any comments on that, go ahead and let us know in the comments section. All right, so I will be trying a different oil for the next sample, so keep an eye out for that one to come out next. Let's go ahead and go down to the spreadsheet here. You can see it's got drop downs in these columns for the first sample and this latest sample. You can see those separated by their total mileage. And I'll give you guys a moment to go ahead, and if you want to pause the video and take some time to look at this spreadsheet, go ahead and do that. Then I will go ahead and scroll down a little bit further here, and again, you can take a moment to pause the video and look at those values should you find that interesting. So I think that's good enough, guys. I really don't need to go over any more. I've told you how the machine was ridden. You've got some time to look at their data they gathered. So I'll leave it at that for now. Keep an eye out for the next one.